Welcome to this tattoo practice session. We're gonna practice with two really cool designs today. The first one is one of these creepy mushrooms that I did for YouTube Shorts a while back. It's been a while since I did tattoos on this channel, but yeah, here I am again. I'm keeping these mushroom drawings framed as a little flash sheet, so it's time to finally use them as actual tattoo designs. But still, I don't have one of these thermal copy machines or whatever they're called, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to trace it, keeping it old school. Even though my tracing is, not exactly on point, it just keeps shifting around a little bit, it's never gonna be exactly at the same spot, but it doesn't matter. The stencil is definitely good enough for practice. Yeah, so I'm setting up my tattoo machine. If you want to see me unboxing this tattoo machine, it's a very cheap one, but it's enough for my practice. And yeah, my very first uncertain, awkward, wonky tries of tattooing. You should check out this video. Yeah, it's really funny, but also very encouraging to see how much I've actually improved. So I'm using a 9 round liner, which is pretty thick, but I believe just the right thickness for those outlines. And then for the interior of the mushroom, I'm gonna use like a 5 round liner, I believe. I'm not sure. But yeah, the first few lines, not very good. Having to get back into it, adjusting the needle depth a little bit. In a lot of shots, it does look like I'm riding the tube, as they call it, which I don't. I keep it at a little bit of a distance. I just noticed in the editing that it looks like that. When you're riding the tube, basically what it means is that you push the needle in all the way and just drag the machine along on the tube of the cartridge. But yeah, no, I'm aware of this, so yeah, well yeah, I'm getting into it very fast again. And yeah, it's really cool to see, even though it's definitely not perfect, but just cool to see how much I've improved from my very first tries in this first tattoo video that I did on my channel. It's kind of funny now in hindsight, because I really didn't know what I was doing back then at all. And I still don't really know what I'm doing that much, but to be honest, but it's definitely better than the first awkward tries. And yeah, I'm using a 5 round liner, I believe, for the roots and everything, the details. And then a 3 round liner. Oh no, it was a 3 round liner, let me check. Yes, R3. So that's a 3 round liner that I'm using for the little tiny roots, the hairs that are coming off it. You can see in the drawing that there's some really tiny, fine roots coming out of the thing. And yeah, doing those little separations in the head of the mushrooms. Always checking for cuts, because I do have an issue with this fake skin ripping apart. At first I thought it was that I was cutting it, but my voltage is like, I'm using 5.5 and I'm dragging the needle across at a relatively okay speed. But when I'm checking the lines once after I do them, there are no tears at all. I mean, there are like tiny tears obviously in the silicone, but no like cuts. It's only when I wipe it, when I wipe the excess ink away, that it starts to rip open, obviously, because this silicone is really tough, way tougher than human skin, and so you really need to rub it a lot to get the excess ink off. So that's when I rip it open. But yeah, it's not actual tearing from the tattooing process, luckily, because that would be really bad, because I want to tattoo actual people one day, and yeah, you can't cut people apart, can you? And be a successful tattoo artist at least. And yeah, the most fun part for me is always the shading, or one of the most fun parts. I'm not using gray wash, I'm using straight black ink out of the bottle, as the silicone takes this shading bad anyways, so it's just using ink straight out of the bottle, no watered down gray wash, and just, yeah, giving it a good shading and making this thing pop and bringing it to life. Okay, so here we are at our next stop, and this is going to be this flaming, weird, scary eyeball that I did in another video. It's this one right here, where I just draw a bunch of eyeballs, or that are, you know, supposed to be the two Flash designs in my sketchbook. A little bit of the scary stuff. And yeah, I thought about doing like an actual etching, like woodcut style shading on this thing, as it is in the drawing, but I didn't do that. I just wanted to practice my normal shading. But the lining process is always very satisfying. There you had a little bit of a glimpse of my hand speed for 5.5 volts. Maybe that's a little bit too slow for 5.5. Maybe I should go down to 5 or 4.5. Let me know what you think. But yeah, generally going down very fast and very good. I didn't have any cuts on this one, so I guess that the hand speed was quite okay. Again, the only tears then came when I was wiping it repeatedly, but I guess that's just what happens with this particular silicone. So just having fun with it, just practicing, keeping my needle at a certain distance, and yeah, and then moving on to the shading. Oh, there's some wild action going on there in the background, huh? Yeah, keeping the shading relatively light. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Just focusing on, well, just, you know, getting familiar with the medium of tattooing, which is more difficult than I thought it would be. But it's such a cool way to create art. It kind of reminds me of welding a little bit. I've done a lot of welding in the past, like TIG, I think it's called in English, and then metal, like normal metal, it's called MAG or MAG in German. I think it's the same in English, isn't it? Metal active gas, I don't know. But yeah, just welding, it reminds me of that a little bit. I don't know, just the slowness and the focused way of doing things, dragging the machine along and everything. So yeah. No, but I'm relatively proud of the shading on this one. It's simple, but it brings the point across. And yeah, the only thing that I'm not very happy with are the flames. I'm gonna have to just practice just flames in particular for quite a time. For now, I just shaded them normally like I would shade anything else. But then of course they're flames, so they were traced a little bit wonky. So that is one of the reasons why they don't look as good as I want them to, but everything else is fine. For this practice session, this is quite okay. Alright, so that's it for this practice session. Like and subscribe, comment something. Check out all the drawings on my channel that I do. This is an art channel mainly, not a tattoo channel. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of tattoo related stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you around on the channel, okay? Take care, and bye bye.